The Nigerian FCT minister, Mr. Nyesom Wike, attended the 2025 Asia Pacific Cities Summit and also the Mayors Forum in Dubai with some Nigerian delegation and also his two sons. And a lot of the comments on this post is just funny. And some people were asking, hey, is the Nigerian government paying for Wike's son to attend this conference? Or is Wike paying for his children out of pocket?
The whole thing is a very embarrassing situation. And this is why, for me, I don't really like asking people for help. I like to get things done on my own. That is why Tinubu cannot maybe caution him or rein him in, basically help Tinubu to win the presidency. So he's just acting as if he has a Tinubu's nude. So that is why you see that nobody is able to rein him in, nobody is able to talk to him.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back to the Why I Need podcast. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, engage with us in the comment section. And we're discussing the post on Linda Ikeji's blog that was posted earlier today. Nigerian FCT minister, Mr. Nyesom Wike, attended the 2025 Asia Pacific Cities Summit and also the Mayors Forum in Dubai with some Nigerian delegation and also his two sons. And a lot of the comments on this post is just funny. And some people were asking, hey, is the Nigerian government paying for Wike's son to attend this conference? Or is Wike paying for his children out of pocket? Wike has been in the news lately for some allegations, especially him allocating some lands to his children and basically setting his children up. A lot of people don't have any issues with it. A lot of people have issues with it, especially if Nigeria is paying for his children to travel with him. And these kids are adults. I'm sure they're able to stay on their own. It's just crazy that it looks like Wike is sending his children up for success or setting them up for jobs in the political sector. What do you think is going on?
The whole thing is a very embarrassing situation. And this is why, for me, I don't really like asking people for help. I like to get things done on my own. That is why Tinubu cannot maybe caution him or rein him in, basically help Tinubu to win the presidency. So he's just acting as if he has a Tinubu's nude. So that is why you see that nobody is able to rein him in, nobody is able to talk to him. You know, there was a scandal about the land allocation to his children. He basically stopped the democratic governance in Rivers State. Nothing happened. And this one, he basically, probably in place of people that are supposed to be in that place, he put his children. Hopefully he paid out of pocket for his children. But this is, one of the things that probably caused the problem in Nepal and Madagascar. Basically, Nepo baby, basically sticking their finger in people's, commoners' eyes and then hoping that they won't do anything, that there won't be reaction. Though Nigeria is too divided along the ethnic line to, have that kind of reaction. Otherwise, this is almost enough to get people riled up. But unfortunately, nothing is going to happen. And every day we continue to see politicians being bold, daring people, doing things that, will ordinarily rile people up. But Nigeria, like I said, we are too divided along religious line, ethnic line to see issue with it. In fact, his personal assistant or his media or whatever, Larry or Lionka, was basically saying that if it gets to your turn or if you reach your turn, carry your enemy, travel. Yeah, that is so out of place. We can't just have few people benefiting from the resources of the country and not expect to have a reaction from the people. Hopefully, Tinubu will be able to call him to order, at least talk to him and see if he can cut out some of this madness. But otherwise, maybe, just maybe, there will be reaction from the people.
Yeah, the comment by his media aide or the comment from his media aide about this situation, I think is just irresponsible, especially when Nigeria is borrowing money to run their governance. They're basically borrowing money to pay salaries, to pay allowance, to pay off debt, borrowing to pay debt. It's not sustainable. Even if you're doing it, if it's your money, if it's your family finances and you're running like that, at some point you're gonna have to declare bankruptcy, right? Now, what people are calling for is a way for the government to cut costs, right? There's so many overlapping responsibilities. There's so many unnecessary travels that cost the Nigerian taxpayers a lot of money. And now when people start sending money home next year, they're going to be getting some tax. They're going to be taxing, finding ways to get money from people. So even if you're overseas, you're still not exempt from the madness going on in Nigeria. You're still going to be paying tax and they're still going to be mismanaging the funds. So what people are asking for is for the people in government to be responsible with spending. It looks like we don't have a problem with income. We have a problem with our expenses. If you're running individual finance or family finance, it's all about controlling how much you're spending. Even if you don't make a lot of money, if you're able to control your expenses, you'll be able to live fine. You won't have to borrow to pay off your debt or borrow to take care of your normal expenses. So what people are saying is our leaders in public offices should stay away from anything that looks inappropriate or anything that looks like mismanagement of funds, vis-a-vis unnecessary travels, traveling with multiple people when it's not really warranted, unless you're paying for it out of pocket, and then no one's going to ask you about it. But if the Nigerian people are paying for it, then they deserve to know who's paying. If the taxpayers are sponsoring these trips, these foreign trips, then people should be asking questions and they should really be giving their honest answers and not just saying when it's your turn, you should go with somebody else. It's just irresponsible and it's not a way to bring people together. It's not a way to make sure the lives of the people are getting better. Because if you're not controlling your expenses, you're going to be in trouble. And Nigeria has been in trouble now, and we have to borrow money to pay off past debts that some people siphon into their own personal accounts. And they're finding new ways to tax people of your hard-earned money to be able to cover those debt. And the people that get away with those money are nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I agree with you. The response from Larry Olayenka, that was a lazy man's response. That response was, as weak as it came. Hopefully in the next few days, he knows how to use the media. Oga Wike knows how to use the media. Maybe he will call for media pally and explain what really happened. Because actually that meeting was supposed to be, I think, a meeting of mayors. And Wike is not the mayor. Wike is the minister. So basically he went there instead of the person that is actually supposed to go there. Took Larry Olayenka, took his two children, and took his political loyalist to that place. He's not supposed to be there. The children are not supposed to be there. In fact, I would really like to know in what capacity that the children went to that place. Who were they represented? Are the children his employees or what? So I think these are some of the things that they need to be explaining. And then the optics is actually bad. Not even now that there is almost unrest around Africa. There is some kind of instability around Africa with regards to governments, Gen Z protesting and then overthrowing governments and stuff like that. In fact, not even when they said there was a rumor of coup, recently in Nigeria, we shouldn't be seeing this kind of behaviors among the political class. If you want to travel with your family, you want to take your children on vacation, you want to take them on sightseeing, do that with your own money. The Nigerian people are not ready to finance any craving, family craving or whatever craving, personal craving that the politicians may have. If you have craving or something, you feel like you wanted to have something or something, whatever, spend your own money to get it. But that is the problem with Nigeria. And that is why we continue to see that a lot of Nigerian professionals, workers, there is not really like some kind of personal, development. It's not there because the person that's supposed to be in that Saudi Arabia and that Riyadh did not go. The weekend went there with his children, with his entire family, instead of the people that are supposed to be there for interaction or, bouncing of idea, but they did not go. He blocked them off, basically. So I think, Tinubu should call him, rein him, and then try to talk sense into him. But hopefully, a lot of these things will change after the second term, 2027 election, because by that time, I don't think Tinubu will be needing him again.
Yeah, I know you mentioned the meeting was meant for mayor around the world. Technically, you can say Wike is the mayor of Abuja. Abuja is one of the largest cities in Nigeria. So if he's a minister in Abuja, so he's technically a mayor in Abuja. And I would think a lot of other local government chairmen or chairwomen would have attended the event. I mean, we didn't have access to everything that went on there. So I'm sure some of the other local government chairmen and chairwomen would attend the event because they're mayors. Even though we don't have the title mayors in Nigeria, we have local government chairmen and chairwomen. So they are the right people for the event. But again, our situations are different. Our countries are designed differently. I don't know what kind of urban planning or rural planning they're going to do in those other local government to make those cities better, unless they're going to start building cities from scratch. We don't, which we don't have money for. So I think it's just a waste of resources, waste of time and energy. And it's important that for the government to find a way to cut costs and stop putting the burden of new taxes on Nigerians, they need to manage the existing resources very well and cut costs accordingly and make every Nigerian feel the impact of the government.
Yeah, I disagree with you. Wike, his position is almost akin to a governor because technically Abuja is a state, technically. So his position is akin to a governor. Wike, his position is not a mayor. In fact, under him, he has a lot of directors, so he's not a mayor. He just took that position, went there instead of the people that are actually supposed to be there. And this is not peculiar to him. This is almost, what was probably what you will see across ministries, across different sectors in Nigeria, where people that are supposed to be going for maybe a particular training or going for a particular seminar, and then they replace them with people that are not supposed to be there. In fact, in some cases, you see some of these politicians, replacing them with their girlfriends and their mistresses. It happens a lot of times. Yeah, this is not, specific to him, but I think for the fact that people have been doing it doesn't mean that we should continue to do it. This is unproductive. This is not in our best interest. I think we should look for a better way to manage these things next time. If, people that are supposed to be there, send them, let them be there. Whenever you are supposed to travel for work and or assignment, you travel on your own. But if you are not the one they are calling for, do not go there and front yourself as, the person that they are calling for. Let us know what you think about Wike's children follow him to Riyadh. What do you think? Do you have problem with that? Or you think, any other person would do the same just to, maybe put their children on? Let us know what you think and we'll be happy to engage with you.